I like the way the hips move in that blanket. That's why I think men should be held responsible for their behaviors. It's like, if you want to sit and call a woman a hoe and a slut and treat her a certain way because she had sex with a lot of people, then you all want a slut too.
Yeah. Because trust me, it take a hoe and a slut to fucking hoe and a slut. Literally.
So, okay, so when they go take it to court for what they were doing, should they be taken for everything they have?
Who?
Men who are hoes and sluts.
Yeah. Shit, you put yourself in that predicament, my nigga.
So adultery should be a crime again.
Not necessarily a crime, but I like it the way it is.
What you mean?
If you get caught slipping, because it's in the end, it's a contract.
Marriage is definitely a contract.
In the end, you're signing papers, and it's a contract, my nigga. So you have to.
Well, that gets sticky. That gets really, really sticky when you saying it's a contract, and so that means each person before they enter a marriage should establish a contract for themselves.
No.
For what their relationship means, because if you don't, then how one couple lives, I gotta live like that couple because it's a general contract for marriage.
No, it's not a general contract for marriage. It is by the state standards, because every person that gets married by the state, that's what the marriage license is for. Because you agree to do certain things. That's understood within the marriage or within the concept of marriage. So when you go against that and do things that aren't necessarily in the ramifications of what marriage is by the overall standard of law, then you get burnt. Now, everybody's marriage is different, of course. But when you get married, which is why you got to go to the courthouse and sign on that dotted line.
But what I'm saying is, let's just, I understand what you're saying, like the legalities behind marriage. You have total legality. Like, marriage gives you access to your wife or husband's, not necessarily financials, but to their medical records if something goes wrong with them,
to their,
or permissions. Yeah, to their life, but to a certain extent, you still have protections behind it. But what I'm saying is more on a social side of things. Like, how should a person be held accountable for their deceit? If a man cons, or a person, I should say, if a person cons another person,
on a social level, it should be dealt by the individuals themselves.
But what is too far?
That's all on the individual, because some people don't mind, some people do.
Well, if it's not cheating unless the other person say it was cheating. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, but how, if a person demonized it was cheating, how does that affect how the party that was wronged is able to react? Like, yo, I looked at a video today, and the chick took some nail polish and a lighter and set dude's junk on fire, albeit the nail polish burned off and it wasn't that bad. But that's scary.
I feel like you should be able to, not in any manner that you want, as long as it's not harmful physically to the other person, then you should be good.
But technically, cheating can be harmful because now you're exposing your partner
to other degrees.
Exactly. So if I'm an unconsenting party, a non-consenting party, to you having sex outside of this committed relationship, so I'm not saying I have nothing against poly or anything else, because that's all consent and you talk about it. But if I'm not in poly, and I believe that, and I made a commitment to you that we're having sex with each other exclusively, and you got your back to the camera, bro, and you go out and have sex with someone, and then come back and have sex with me. Let's say I don't even contract the disease, but the fact that you put my life at risk.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Why is it wrong for someone to retaliate physically against someone who put their life at risk? Because we can't assume that everyone who cheats get tested right after they cheat.
That would probably be due to social norms. Not saying it's right, but I definitely understand that. Because if you put me and my body and my life in danger, then
you gotta think.
I have the right to kind of fuck you up.
Exactly. You gotta kind of like think about that. See, a lot of heterosexual men don't understand this. Or I shouldn't say heterosexual men. I say men who don't get penetrated. Because you can be a heterosexual man and still get penetrated. It's called pegging.
But some wild, I don't even know what to call that.
It's called pegging. It's when a heterosexual man has his partner, which is a woman because it's heterosexual, put on a strap on a dildo and penetrate him anyway.
He's not heterosexual.
Just seem like,
I do not condone that.
He doesn't condone it, but it's still heterosexual technically because the act of penetrating the anus, the male anus being penetrated, doesn't necessarily mean that it's gay. Gay is gay. You have gay men who don't even do that at all. So gay is something totally different. A behavior isn't gay. A person is.
That's an interesting point. But guess what? It's gay.
And your man is gay. Your man is gay. I get you. He's just a benign bigot. It's fine. It's just his opinion. But when you get penetrated, you have to think on another different level.
Cool, man.
Any person that gets penetrated, you have to think to another level. It's like this tissue can be damaged. It can be scarred. When you do nothing but get penetrate other things, you don't care because you don't want to cause any damage. You don't give a damn.
True.
It's all pleasure. So you really don't give two shits. It's like I don't care what I did the other day. It's all fine. But the person that's being penetrated is like, what the fuck did this person do? Because this is going to be unhealthy.
Yep. In total agreement. Which is why.
So that means women ain't crazy. So that means women ain't crazy.
No, not at all.
They're not crazy at all. Like, you see, nigga? You see?
Men just make them feel crazy because it's easy.
It's so easy.
And they go along with it. Like,
it's so easy. I can't stand when people talk about people. Like, this is the thing about domestic violence that I don't like. Is that people talk, oh, if someone hit me, I wouldn't stay. Like, there's emotional abuse and psychological abuse.
You can get abused way worse than a nigga hitting you.
Like, if someone hitting you is like a sign, like, I'm getting my ass whooped, someone help me. But the psychological abuse?
Man, that's 10 times worse. Just like the whole saying, sticks and stones and break my bones with words I never heard. That shit is foolery.
Words kill, man. It kill a soul. Words will kill the soul, and you just walking around dead. And the sad thing is, I see so many dead people inside a relationship. It makes me scared to ever get in one. It's like, why are y'all doing this to yourselves? You giving up half of your chances to make a decision for yourself to someone else who doesn't have your best interests at heart.
And you don't even fuck with them. Because a lot of people in relationships be like, I don't even like it motherfucker.
Why are you there? Why are you there?
Comfort. That's the.
Yeah, you gotta go past comfort. I can see if we both rich and we don't like each other, because that's a business decision. It's a business decision. But if I ain't got shit and you ain't got shit, why we still here?
We got nothing to lose.
If anything, we have a whole bunch of shit to gain.
Happiness, for one.
Happiness, peace of mind.
Because if you don't got no money, nigga, at least I'm happy.
At least I ain't got someone else begging me or reminding me I ain't got no damn money.
That too.
We pointed out all the negative parts of relationships, but guess what I see? I'm not seeing someone actually sit down and say, yeah, there's some things I don't like about this person. Besides you and a couple other people, yeah, there's some things I don't like about this person. But hey, there's some shit I don't like about my damn self.
Exactly. Like, nigga, I ain't perfect.
And I'm glad they stick with that. For some odd reason, they stick with it. You see people want to go out and act like you are build-a-biz and shit. Like, I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. They get mad when they can't afford the damn price tag.
Like, yeah. You can build a motherfucker up. But some shit is just gonna stay. That's why it takes getting to know a person before you actually start being together. Because
I'm so glad you went there.
you need to know what this motherfucker does. You need to know how they are before you sign up. Because a lot of times people are like, oh, you a lie. You was faking and all that. No. Y'all just was in a relationship, quote unquote, after 2 weeks. Y'all ain't know each other. So it's like,
You ran into
I didn't lie. You just didn't know the whole me yet, motherfucker.
You know what? The funny thing is, it's probably getting the most views, but it was funny because I was looking at how it was saying that the millennial hookup culture was messing up the dating culture. Like the fact that you can go on Tinder and anything else and you can find somebody. But my thing is that sex is an act of intimacy.
It is.
It's a complete and total act of intimacy. So when you constantly have sex with different people, you begin a process that never completes.
Mm-hmm.
You begin this whole process of getting to know someone, but you wonder why you feel funny. It's because your body is like, look, I didn't get everything I needed. Like, I need, when those cuddle hormones are being released, I need to be gratified with a warm body that actually cares for me, because the act of having sex causes these hormones to be released. So it's like withdrawals. You know what? Niggas out there this second, they have immediate withdrawals.
That's interesting. Because it is withdrawal. But you think about it and juxtapose it to drugs. Because it's like, if you just messing around and fucking whoever all the time, it's like you get stripped away every single time. It's like that motherfucker who you just fuck, leave with a piece of your ass. And you just like, okay. It felt good, because afterwards it's like, alright, cool. Like, I didn't really gain anything. Like, after you come down from the high, it's like, still some shit. Still some shit.
Oh, God. It's the truth, though. Because again, it's that intimacy. That's why I love FKA Twigs, but it's that intimacy. Like, people, I understand having lovers, because that's something totally different. It's rare that, I'm thinking rare in my life, that you will find one person that's your friend, your lover, your partner, and everything else. If you can find someone that's your friend, your lover, your partner, and everything else, and you leave that person, and they're a good person, I deserve you get every piece of relationship shit that you get after that. Because they were a little boring. Maybe you were boring. They was just stable and you were boring. But people getting into these things where they have, a lover gets to know you, because when you're having sex, you're a totally different person.
Yeah.
A lover gets to know you so well.
Totally different person. And
they know so many different parts about you that people around you have never even seen about you.
Yeah.
And to give that up to someone who you know personality is kind of fucked up. Because the thing about sex is that sex can be very, like BDSM, now that I've studied it, sex can be some weird, freaky, kinky shit because you got, you're letting out your fantasies. These like the most intimate thoughts you have ever had. Being let out during sex, and a lover gets to know that.
You gotta feel comfortable with motherfuckers too, though. A lot of people don't be feeling comfortable, and that's why the sex be whack. Because when you ain't comfortable, and you don't,
is she ain't comfortable?
When you don't know a person, this is my thing with sex. If you don't know a person, it's only gonna get so good.
Because you can't let go.
And then on top of that,
you can't really trust.
Some people, sex is so mental. Like, you can be having the greatest sex of your life, but as soon as you don't like that person no more, like
those memories go away.
Not even the memories. The sex is just like, all right, cool. I'm trying to get this over with. For a girl, it'll be like, oh, no, it happened with dudes before. Instance, girls be like, oh my god, this is so bomb. Like, da 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 da. It's because he got a big ass penis or something like that. But the whole time, let them not like that nigga no more. They will be landing like, okay, when is this gonna be over? And then niggas, it ain't even gonna happen. It ain't even gonna start because bitch, I can't even get aroused on.
You can, but it depends on your personality. Because if you can, I've done it. You can make yourself get aroused because you want something out of that person. That's easy. It's like I have to go through, it's like going to a job. Like I have to pretend to be this person to get what it is I want. So I will pretend to be this person to get what it is I want. Then I'll go. And I realized that's not necessarily a good type of person to be with something so intimate. Therefore, you should just better off as saying, I'm not interested.
It is.
It's far healthier for you as a person to say, I'm not interested. Great job. I can't keep my sheets that white. And they don't ever touch the ground. But you have people that go out and they do that repeatedly. And they wonder why they have this great dissatisfaction. And everyone wants to blame our parents' generation for all the financial crisis and everything else. Look, they had to get over racism. The fact that we can sit at the damn table together means that they accomplished something. The financial thing, who was supposed to know how the financial thing was going to play out? Because America just got rich. It's like when anyone comes into new money. We'll figure it out. But I do think our parents' generation was happier because we didn't have that whole instant gratification thing. Like, you understand things are a process. You can't, like, I want to be my grandparents. Now understand that your grandparents had to go through some shit in the first 5 years.
Exactly. And people be wanting these relationships where it's like, oh, like you said, instant gratification. Like, nah, bruh. People don't realize, for this is, I can say this. The craziest shit, right? Niggas will see your photos on Instagram or something like that, or like your videos and shit. Be like, oh man, I love y'all. I want that kind of relationship. But I guarantee you, if motherfuckers knew what you went through behind them motherfucking photos, they'd be like, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. Like, why y'all even still together?
It's a fucking battle. It's two individuals coming together to form one unit. And those things that you had, the coping mechanisms that you had as an individual, may absolutely hurt the other person's feelings, or the other person don't even like it. Like, there's nothing, I had to learn this, and dudes like women nag too much. Like, if a woman nag, that means she fucking likes you, she loves you. Embrace the nagging. Just tell her don't nag. Don't tell her don't nag, because that get you killed. Just do the shit she wants you to do.
She immediately stop liking your ass.
Get it, exactly. Just do what she wants you to do. Be quiet.
Oh, all right. You don't want me to like you then? All right, cool.
Be quiet, because that's what it basically is saying. It's like, I don't like you doing this behavior because I want you to be around me as long as possible. They don't say that shit. They'll never say that shit. They'll never say it. But that's what it translates to. It's like, I don't want you to do this because I want you to be around as long as possible. And I think if you keep doing this, you won't be around. That's what that necessarily translates to. When men be like, nah, she nagging, son. She be nagging. I'm like, yo, if she's complaining about you coming to the bar 3 days out of a week, ask her, okay, is 1 day out of the week fine?
Or you want to come to the bar with me?
She may not like the bar. Or you may not like her at the bar with you.
Or you can do something else.
It's not even that, son. It's just that behavior. I don't want you at the bar 3 times a week.
See, that's weird, because I don't be having those.
You don't necessarily have that type of girl, though. But there's some people, some people need a lot of reassurance.
I feel like all women are like that, though.
All women are like what? I don't know.
They need some type of reassurance. It may not all come in the same form.
I think people need reassurances because guys need reassurances. I damn sure need reassurances. And I need reassurances because I don't like to waste resources. Only resource I have really is time. So if I'm taking this time to spend with you,
I need to be reassured that this shit about to work.
Then it's about to work.
Or something.
It's building something.
Exactly.
And going somewhere versus the fact that, oh, I'm just here because it's fun. No, fuck that shit. Fun ain't...
Nah.
Fun at 25 ain't going to be the same at 40.
I seen a movie that shit was so funny. It said at the age of 30, when you in relationships, it's like either we gonna do this shit or not, because I got shit to do.
I can't wait to get there. I can't, because people like...
no, that's how it really is, though.
I need to go over the fuck you find these women because I don't get that. I get this, oh, I want to see this guy that's interesting. Like, I went to the movies this weekend, right? Went to see NWA. You saw that shit?
No.
I'll say this. It's one of the best black docudramas I've ever seen.